They say lighting makes a difference, but what difference does it make? This is actually something really critical, and I've learned about this. I know about this because I work with this kind of lighting, and I've understood something about celebrity culture and media since I've started working with continuous lighting. Continuous lighting is like any LED that continues to shine on the subject. Before I knew that this was a really important thing to understand and be able to dissect, I would just be on my phone or like on the computer and I would see an image of a celebrity with a certain hair color, certain outfit or something. But I feel like the stakes are really high with hair color, and this actually happened when I was younger, so we're going to talk about hair color for a minute. I would decide that this was going to be the thing to change my life, and I was like, I need this hair color yesterday. So I'd go out and get a box dye or try to go to a salon or whatever. In this particular case, I tried to do this myself. This hair color is what I wanted, so I went out and bought an exact match for what was in the image. But when I washed my hair out and I saw what color I had, it was so much different than what was in the photo. It was like brassy, and in sunlight it looked completely different than this. I realized that we're not always accurate when it comes to approaching and taking inspiration in color. We should be able to understand how to dissect what's happening in an image, and we should be able to be accurate about our color inspiration and choices. So let me show you a little theory. Remember in math class, you remember when we used to like do those things, it was like formulas, and then like on one side we wouldn't know what the answer was, and then we'd have to like figure it out on the other side? We're doing that. So we don't know what the hair color is, but we do know that we can see there's flash lighting and warm light in the photo. So basically what that means is that there's added brightness and there's added yellow tones to this image. I can see a yellow light behind Cassie in the photo. That's why I know. So since I can detect those things, I can do the inverse action to reverse those effects. And I was very surprised once I did this and I found what the actual hair color. Okay, I didn't want to distort the image on the screen. I'll show you that this is what it is. And we'll take these actions to just bring it back to what we saw in the image. So I'm gonna, on top of this hair color, bring the highlights to a yellow tone to mimic the yellow light. Now, flash has an undeniable effect of lifting the black and the shadows of an image, and it basically lightens it but lowers the contrast as well. So that's what we did here. And you can see the original is now brought to the warmed up state to the LED effect, and it looks exact to what Cassie has. So this example is just really to open your eyes to the fact that what we see in an image isn't exactly what is real. And that isn't necessarily something we have to judge, right? It's just something we need to consider.